Okay, today let's learn the continuation of chapter 22 from our social science civics. Okay, so in the previous class, we have discussed some of the inequality in our society, especially gender inequality, right? So today let's continue with the same topic, that is understanding gender. All right, especially this gender equality. So one of the research which give a reports on Samoa. Samoa is the name of a place somewhere in the South Pacific Ocean, right here. If we look at this map, this picture, okay, it's somewhere to the east of these Fiji Islands, right? That is, it's uh, it's not very near to the Australia, but still then you can see the spot. These are the two very important islands of this Samoa. Okay, so in Samoa, what happened is that they don't have much social differences, especially between boys and girls. Okay, so these boys and girls, children, they usually do not go to school. They don't study in schools. Okay, but these both boys and girls, they have, so to say, they have a social equality in their society. Uh, the first one is boys and girls, they look after their young siblings. Sibling means their brothers and sisters. Okay, I'm sure this is the eldest brother among all these brothers and sisters, and he is supposed to look after them. So it happens to both boys as well as to the girls also. So both boys and girls, they look after their young siblings. That is the first point that you have to remember. And secondly, when the boys, they reach 9 years, when they become 9 years old, they join the older boys in learning outdoor jobs like fishing. Fishing is a very important occupation in Samoa. Okay, so the boys would join in fishing. Okay, learn in fishing, and not only that, they also plant these coconut trees. So this is their main source or their resource or their main income. Okay, fishing and this coconut, they are a very important occupations of this Samoa. So they will start to learn all this fishing as well as planting coconuts. All right, and even the girls, when they reach the age of 14 years, they also go on fishing trips, so to say. Okay, and they also work in plantation, especially coconut plantation. And not only that, they also learn to weave baskets, most probably from coconut leaves. Okay, they make different types of baskets and they use it for household purposes as well as for many other purposes. So this is how the girls, they work in the Samoan society. And cooking are usually done by boys. Okay, even girls, they help in the preparations of the food items that are supposed to be cooked by boys. Okay, so these things, these shows a social equality or gender equality among the Samoan society. Though they don't go to school, okay, they don't have a formal education like what we do, but still then they have a sense of a social equality or gender equality. Okay, but it doesn't happen in our society, a society like India. Is it not so? Why? What is the reason? One of the reason is uh, cooking is usually done by girls, or cooking are usually done by women. Is it not? So, and also there are a lot of social differences between boys and girls. Is it not so? Okay, let's go to the next topic, economic aspect. In India, most of the work done in a family are not real works. Okay, that point you have to, it has to be noted. All the works that we do, whether it may be a household work, are not considered as a real work. Why? What is the reason? because it is a household work. Understand? Though the works may be very heavy, the works may be very much, but still then it is not considered as a real works. So that is why women are suffering. Okay, do you understand? So especially most of the household works are done by women. You know, women's work, their works are not recognized as work, and not only that, their works are not paid for. Isn't it? So if you look at this picture, this very woman, okay, she have to engage in so many household works. She has to cook, she have to fry, you know, she have to wash clothes, she have to clean the house, and the floor and all, you know. Even she has to look after this baby. So many different works are engaged with her. But still then, her work is not considered as work. Number two, it is not paid for. So we don't have a respect, especially in India, for these domestic works. Okay, even in Manipur, the same thing happens. So even in Manipur, the Manipuri mother, though they have done a lot of works, household works, as well as outdoor works, you can see from the picture right here, the woman, after working from early in the morning at home, washing, cleaning, cooking, and she has to go out in the market for selling this dry fish. Do not. Even a tribal woman can see from here, after carrying a heavy burden, most probably charcoal, uh, she's going to the market to sell all this after doing her job at home. But still then, it is not considered as work. Listen, so when somebody asks, what is your mother's doing? The person will simply answer that she is doing nothing. That is our culture. Though she has done a lot of work, she doesn't have a time for a rest. You know, but still then, people consider that she is doing nothing. This is very unfortunate on our part, that we consider the works that are done by women in Manipur are considered as nothing. Okay, so as a student, you have to know all this. Okay, neglects the voluminous tasks she performed in the house. Do not see, it's a work after doing a lot of work at home. The whole day she is supposed to sell this fish, this Manipuri women, you know, in order to feed the children, in order to buy food for their family and all. So, do you consider this is not a work? It's really a work, you know. Okay, so let's see another one. Domestic workers. Domestic workers means a person who works as a sweeper. I mean, those people who work at home. These are usually mostly done by women, isn't it? They do a lot of works like sweeping, cleaning, washing clothes and dishes, cooking, looking after the young children, and even looking after the elderly. So you can see from the picture, in order to get some idea of the works that are done by domestic workers. You know, and not only that, they start their works at 5 o'clock in the morning, and they will work till 10 to 11 p.m. at night. You know, whereas their wages, the money that they get, are very, very low. Why? What is the reason? One of the reason is domestic work does not have much value in our society. Okay. Whereas if we go to the Western countries like United States of America, even in East Asian countries like China, Japan and all, they work in hours. Per hour, you do this cleaning and you'll get paid by working in hour. So they have value. No. Whereas in our society, even in Manipur, we don't have much value on these domestic works, which is very unfortunate. Okay, so because of that, the government has provided Equal Wages Act, which provide equal wages should be paid to equal work for both man and woman. Understand? So I think you can understand from this picture, same work, women are paid less than men, most probably. Do not. But the government has come up with a very good attitude with a very good act that there should be equal wages for both man and women. So I'm sure you have understood up to here, right? And not only that, women, they face a lot of harassment. You know what a harassment is? Exploitation, even violence against women. So in towns and cities, women are very, very unsafe these days. Is it not? So harassment is a big issue, and even exploitation and violence, especially to women. And they are not safe even within their own home after their marriage, most probably. Why? What is the reason? Because of harassment. Not only that, uh, other forms of domestic violence such as beating, kicking and all. So I'm sure you might have experience even in your neighborhood, do not? So this is against the law actually, harassment and violence against women. And especially these not people from northeast, especially girls and women, they were not safe. Okay, or I can say they are not safe even today while working in companies and other business centers, especially during the night time. In big cities, in metro cities, most of the people work at night also, do not. But for them, it is not safe at all. Understand? So, in order to save women or in order to save girls, to uplift them, there are some measures which have been suggested here, measures which help in the upliftment of women in the Indian society. Okay, so the government have come up with some important acts and important rules and regulations. The first one is right to education. If everyone is educated, they will know the rights of women. They will also understand the equality of man and woman. Okay, so for all Indian children, which creates new opportunities for women. Okay, right to education, RTE. Another one is also campaign to fight against discrimination and violence against women. Okay, so there should be always a campaign. You can see from the picture, Zero Discrimination Day, zero discrimination against women and girls. Discrimination, I'm sure you know what's the meaning of discrimination, right? And also rallies and demonstrations drew attention on social practices like dowry. So a girl is holding a play card which read dowry is not a mere evil, it is a mother of many evils. So everybody knows that dowry system is evil, right? And also the world encourage these women by celebrating International Women's Day on the 8th of March every year. Okay, so you must remember this date, 8th March is International Women's Day all over the world. Okay, and this has helped to improve the social and economic status of women. Okay, and lastly but not the least, even in Manipur, we have State Commission for Women to look after the wretched condition of women. So this Manipur-state Commission for Women have helped a lot in women, okay, and helped them in many ways, okay, to fight for their gender equality, right, in their economic system, okay, by giving them loans, by giving them, by forming SSG and all. So this State Commission for Women, Manipur has helped a lot. Okay, so I'm sure we'll learn up to here for today. Next class, we will continue with your history. Okay, so uh, please learn all the notes which I have sent you in your WhatsApp group. Okay, and also you please study the textbook. Okay, if we have time, we will go with your textbook also. We'll have a revision on that as well as all the notes which I have sent you in your WhatsApp group. Okay, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. May God bless you. Thank you so much for participating in this learning.